everyone, BlackWitchDirah here, Luciferian Witch of the Left Hand Path, as well as Occult Educator. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel I talk about a range of occult topics, varying from demonology to whatever I have to moan about this week, and yeah, just whatever I'm inspired to talk about with regards to the occult. So if that's of interest, please consider subscribing to my channel. I upload every Saturday, forgot for a minute, 8 PM UK time. Barely get my words out just then. So, as an occult educator, I have various courses and learning programs available. They are all linked in the description as usual. So what have we got? We've got a course on baneful magic, we've got courses on Santa Mete, we've got an astral magic class which we did in March or April, which is about 3 hours long, so you're really getting your money's worth of that one. And I'm also the co-founder of Witch Skills, which is an up and coming, Jesus Christ, online occult school, where we will be having courses on demonology, occult studies, Satanism, etc. And so yeah, we're working hard on that at the moment. The launch is coming up, so make sure you're subscribed to the mailing list to stay updated with that. Okay, into today's video. Today I want to talk about money. I want to talk about our relationship with money, our attitudes towards money, money magic, things like that, because it's something that I think most people have some kind of dysfunctional relationship with money, and I think some occultists do as well. In fact, I think a lot of us do. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that today. I'm going to start with talking about the attitudes towards money that I see with my clients, and then kind of move on to money magic and being an occultist and your relationship with money and things like that. So what I see most commonly around my clients when it comes to money is they want it fast and they want it now. They want it yesterday. And it's this thing, it's just like they're always looking for like this get rich quick scheme, and all of the readings are based around money. It's like, when am I gonna get to the place where I want to be, and what are my finances looking like over this period of time and this period of time, and it's just this obsession with money. And as a reader and as the witch that they are working with, I can see what's going on with regards to how they block themselves when it comes to money, but they're not in a position to hear it, and then that's where it gets difficult, because it's just like, I want to be of service to you, but if you are not in the place to hear it, then I can't. And the thing is, like, no one seems to want to work on their wealth long term. People are just concerned with what they have right now, and it's like, you need to think about the future. You need to think about how to maintain the money you've got, rather than, okay, I need to make this much this month. Like, what about this year? What about the next 3 years, the next 5 years? Like, what are you doing to maintain your wealth long term? Because whatever you're doing right now, you coming to me, you know, every other month, you're clearly not maintaining it. Like, you can do all the fucking money spells in the world that you want, but A, that can be overkill, and B, the money spells work with you. So if you haven't sorted your shit out when it comes to your finances, i.e. spending habits, your attitudes to money, your scarcity mindset, it's not gonna, you know, the energy can only go so far. It's not gonna fix everything for you. And it's the same with love spells, you know. If you're not sorted out that shadow stuff when it comes to the relationship, or any issues within the relationship, the love spell ain't going to work, because you've got to put in that footwork. What are you doing to improve the situation yourself? Sometimes what I'll do, I'll be a bit cheeky. It's not cheeky, I've got your best interest when I do this, right? Someone asked me for a money spell, And I know that they're shit with money. I know that they're shit with money. And they, you know, ask for a spell with a demon. I will ask the demon to inspire wise financial decisions in them. Even if they haven't, you know, they're just asking for money. I'm just like, please, for the fucking love of whatever, inspire some fucking wisdom in this person to manage their money wisely, because they're not doing it. And, you know, I've got your best interest. You know, I'm not being a prick by adding something in that you haven't asked me to do. Like, I wouldn't do that if I didn't think it was in your best interest. Like, I don't want you to, like, as much as I'm happy for you to pay me to do all these money spells, the idea is that I want it to work for you long term, and I want you to be able to maintain your wealth. But yeah, I think it's a massive, like, societal thing as well. Like, I think with, like, economic crisis, like, employment, all sorts of shit, inflation, you know, people are worried about their money. Cost of living, it's through the fucking roof. You know, I moved out of London because it's expensive as fuck and it's a shithole. And why am I paying so much money to live in a shithole when I can live in the countryside for the same price and live a better fucking life? I also just don't think we're taught how to handle money. I don't, like, when we're just not taught that. There's nothing in the education system about taxes, mortgages, you know, anything like financially related, at least not in the UK anyway. You know, you're sort of just like left, like, as soon as you sort of like turn old enough to start paying taxes, or you live on your own and you realise that there's all these things you've got to pay, you just got to figure that shit out on your own. Like, there's no fucking manual for it. There's no manual for it. I remember when I started a business and I was suddenly aware that I had to pay tax, and I was like, oh shit. So, you know, we're not taught any of this stuff, and we should be. So I think that that's something to do with the way we generally handle money as well. Like, we're just not that good at it. Like, most people are just not good at it. And then when we end up in a position where we don't have a lot of money, it breeds fear, which breeds more scarcity, which breeds more fear, which breeds more scarcity. And then we just end up stuck in that cycle. But with regards to money magic, now, if you are someone that practices, you might have done a money spell or two in your time. I'm going to ask you the reasons why you did that money spell. Did you do it to maintain what you have? Did you do it to continue, you know, to sort of like maintain a level of abundance? Or did you do it because you desperately needed it and were in, you know, a situation of urgency? Because what's interesting is that a lot of people, including clients actually, they want to do emergency money magic. They're like, oh shit, I need to do something about this. There's no maintenance going on. And emergency money magic is the worst kind of money magic to do. And I'm guilty of it. I've definitely done it. It's only recently where I've made the time to actually do things on a regular basis to maintain money. Because we're way better off working on the maintenance rather than, you know, pushing it to one side, thinking, I don't need to do that right now. I don't, you know, because like when I'm in a place where I don't have to want for anything and I've got enough money, I'm like, yeah, you know, everything's covered. Like, why would I feel motivated to do money magic? But it's something that you've got to think about, because you don't want to leave it to a situation where you do end up in an emergency and have to do an emergency money spell, and then you feel like a fucking fool thinking, if only I'd been maintaining it. And I think that as occultists and as magicians, we don't have an excuse to be complaining about money if we have the ability to use magic. Now, this might come across as a bit harsh, maybe even a bit out of touch. But the thing is like, if I hear another magician complaining that, you know, they're broke, they can't afford this or that, do some fucking magic around it. Like, you have the ability to manipulate your reality, an ability that most people don't have, and you're not using it for that. I've had to look in the mirror and tell myself that as well, because there's been times where I've been like fucking victim and been like, oh my god, I can't afford anything, I don't have it. Like, do some fucking magic around it, for fuck's sake. You know, we don't have an excuse to victimize ourselves when we are perfectly capable of doing something about it. And the thing is, like, most occultists aren't rich. I don't know any occultists that are like, actually no, I know one that is like super fucking well off, and she knows her shit. Other than that, I don't know any occultists that make an absolute fuckload of money. You know, a lot of us make enough money to comfortably live, but none of us are like crazy fucking rich. And you'd think, like, why? Like, you know, can't you do a lottery spell or something? That's not what I want to do, because A, I don't do the lottery, I don't want to do the lottery, and I'm so, like, I'm literally the type of person that would just fucking forget about the lottery and, like, not even, like, think to do it. But, you know, what I do want to work on is, you know, it being revealed to me new avenues of income, and, you know, asking my demons that I work with, you know, what can I do? And they keep going on at me to carry on writing my fucking book, and I don't do it. So I need to do that. I just think, like, oh, but I'm not in the mood to do it. Just sit down and fucking write the book, Dirah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, the thing about working with demons is, like, they're not going to do all of it for you. They're not fucking ATM machines. They are going, you know, if you ask them for wisdom, around your finances rather than give me money, give me money, give me money. Like, yeah, they will help you out financially. They'll probably increase your the income you've got for a period of time until you need to go and repeat the work again. But what they're really going to want to see in you is, what are you doing to improve your income? What avenues are you exploring? How are you improving your business? How are you improving your work? Are you working hard enough? Are you showing up? Are you doing the things that you'll say you will do? I'm really trying to work on doing the things that I say I will do, because I have a habit of procrastination. Oh, I'll do that later, or I'll do that on this day. I'm too tired right now. But then it's like, no, you said you'll do it. You know, if I'm doing something for me, I need to be able to rely on myself. If I'm doing work for myself, and then, you know, if I say I'll do work for myself and then I don't do it, I'm not being reliable to myself. So that's something I'm really working on at the moment. Like I said, I'll do it, so I'll do it. And as long as I'm sort of like 75% of the time doing that, like, granted, like, the 25% can be leeway for things like genuinely being fucking ill, or something coming up that needs my attention that's more urgent. But as long as I'm sort of doing that 75% of the time, I know I'm doing a pretty good job. Money can really act as an illusion. We love money. We love money. I mean, I love money. And yeah, it's something that can really take hold of you, and you can allow money and your work and your business to control you. You need to flip that over. You control your money, you control your business, you control your work. Also doing some shadow work around your financial attitudes, beliefs, etc. can be really helpful. I've been doing that with Bune, actually, and that's been very revealing. So I'd highly recommend doing that, because that can really help you to get out of your own way. Not a fast process, but something to think about. Maybe doing that on like a waning moon once a month, just sitting down, taking some time to, you know, work with whoever you want to work with, and just ask for things to be revealed about your finances, in terms of like, what's the shadow side of things? what impacts your relationship with money today? What past experiences affect your relationship with money today? So I think that's all I've got to say on this topic today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Goodbye for now.